They have exploited their land, their resources, their natural resources, and they have, as a result, become rich. Cambodia is unfortunate, probably the most unfortunate country, because the developed world did not intervene when the Khmer Rouge was going on. They only intervened after, and they decided not to do so because they conveniently said that it wasn't genocide, because, well, Pol Pot was killing everybody and not just a specific race. So it was okay, they did not intervene. And what we have here is that Cambodia has been led so far back that they have to be built from the ground up. This debate is about allowing these countries the right to the equal opportunity to develop. The developed countries have had the opportunity way before climate change was a problem. But it was because they had that opportunity that we are facing climate change today. And the developing countries have every right to be able to develop their own country. You cannot expect a baby to work for his food. A baby has to rely on his parents until he's old enough to work for his food. And the developing countries, ladies and gentlemen, they are babies. They have not gotten to a point where they can be independent enough to tackle these issues. The opposition has come up and said that it is caused by natural causes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have already said we cannot control natural causes. What we can control is what we do. They have also said that developing countries also contribute to climate change. Well, ladies and gentlemen, developing countries have to contribute to that extent to climate change. But the developed countries are the ones that are contributing so much more. America has 4% of the world's population, yet they contribute up to 75% of CO2 emissions in the world today. We have also talked about how when they brought up China and how their emissions are very high. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have already said that it is the developed countries who are going into these lesser developed countries, and they are producing these things, causing these particular countries to emit dangerous gases. But it is caused by the developed. They mentioned China. They have a lot of carbon emissions. First of all, China purposely calls themselves a developing country for economic reasons. But while they are developing countries, they should be able to be called that because their emissions per capita is very low. They have 1.2 billion people in the world. They should be allowed to develop because they have many rural areas. We look to the developed countries to lead us. Many of our models of government and development education that we have here today is based on developed countries. We look to them and expect them to help us when disaster strikes. Climate change is real, and this might be the worst global disaster that we have faced, that we are looking to face in the near future. Lastly, if the developing countries were to be able to be made to do something, well, if their proposition were to stand, ladies and gentlemen, we will never develop and we will go back into the Stone Age. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to propose. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, from the side, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody, very much for your kind attention and participation today. I now would like to give a floor to the judge to offer their comment and why, and finally to announce the winner team of this International Debate Championship. Thank you.
trong các cái tác xong debate leader hay là debate leader để nói xong việc trong chuyện đồng tôi liên quan nó chuyện đồng buôn cái này.
A couple of turns of phrase, which was okay, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, can I thank everybody for coming today and say how delighted I am to be one of the judges in the final of this first debating competition in the margins of the UK Education Fair in Cambodia. I'd like to pay a very, very warm tribute to both of the teams competing today in the final. I'll give you some feedback in just a moment. But also, of course, to all of the teams who have taken part in the competition this week. Can everyone please give a round of applause to all of the participants? I think a debating competition is quite a tradition in the UK and really symbolises the power of argument, the power of critical thought and the power of debate, which is important in the education system in the UK and around the world. Before I come on to the final, I'd also like to pay tribute to Springboard Cambodia, particularly Linda, whose inspiration of this competition was. So thank you very much for Now the difficult bit. First of all, let me say that all of the judges were extremely impressed by both of the teams who competed today. I think the passion and enthusiasm that you showed was really exceptional, and all 6 of you have done extremely well. So well done both for getting this far, but also on what was really an exceptional performance today. I'm afraid we've had a very tough decision to make, and it is extremely close, as I will explain. Before I announce the results, however, I would like to just offer a little bit of feedback to both of the teams from all of the judges. Overall, we thought that the evidence used and the argumentation used by both teams was very good, it was very effective. In the case of the affirmative team, your major argument was about the morality of the debate and the historic responsibility for action on climate change. You made that argument in a number of different ways very convincingly. You used statistics across the board in terms of arguing about historical emissions by the developed world, which I think were very good. One point that the judges made was we felt you could have elaborated more on the main argument from the other team that actually in the future developing countries will make a contribution, a very major contribution to the emissions of the world, and therefore we felt a little bit more explanation could have been given in terms of whether what you were suggesting would actually solve the problem, I think. In other words, what exactly should the developed world do? Such as, you mentioned renewables, I think at one point you mentioned carbon trading, other things, so how would this work in practice? And also, where would the resource actually come from? How would you encourage companies to invest in their carbon technology? Would you simply suggest that technology is transferred to the developing world? So there are a number of questions like that, but overall your main argument was strong, it was well supported. We felt that your delivery was very good as well, it was confident, clear, you used lots of verbal signposts in terms of the argument, you know, first, second, third, clearly set out your argument, so your structure was very good. So well done, University of the West of England. For the Human Resources University as well, we also felt that your argument was strong and you structured your points very well. The judges were particularly impressed by the evidence base that you used, coming back to your points about the developing world's responsibility for emissions as well. We felt, in fact, you too could develop this even further, but basically your evidence was very good, your statistics especially. You also made the point about differentiated responsibility very well. Most of your evidence was based on UN reports, which was very convincing. The web evidence was a bit less convincing perhaps. I think that is about it. So we were generally pleased. We felt that one or two of the answers could have been a bit more in terms of their delivery. But that overall the structure was clear and it was a performance from Human Resources University as well. Well done. And now the moment. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. This was an incredibly close decision. In terms of the scoring that we've used, the difference between the two teams in terms of several thousand points was less than 1%. And in the end, across the judges, the split between the two teams as to who should be the winner was 5 judges to 4. So it was completely split. But I'm very pleased to announce that the winner of the debating competition today is University of West England.
Congratulations to the winning team, the University of West England. And now the next program is to give a reward to the winning team. And we would like to invite the Ambassador Macdonald, the Princess Ambassador to Kingdom of Cambodia, to give a reward to the winning team with a very fantastic cup. Thank you. And next we welcome the finalist team to University to give a reward from the Ambassador Macdonald, Princess Ambassador to Kingdom of Cambodia. And the next program is to announce the debaters who joined in the International Debating Championship 2012 to get a certificate from the Ambassador Macdonald. So invite all the universities, the local and the international ones. All debaters. Yeah. From the Penh University, Bati International Institute, Canberra University, Penh University, Phnom Penh International University, and Penh University of Cambodia, and with all the international universities from the UK, like University of Leeds, Regent's College, Shaffer Abbey College. Now please come to the stage. Thank you.
Quên mất không?
You guys look at my camera, look at my camera.
And now it's time for declaring the one who wins the award from Facebook. Yes, instruction.